Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra running the latest One UI 6, which is right now at Beta 7, and the Google Pixel 8 Pro. Android 14, this here is the Pixel UI. So without any further ado, guys, let's start this video. 4K 60 FPS for your viewing pleasure, and also to be able to estimate the animations, but also the interface, the smoothness. I'm gonna do some standard stuff, navigating through the menus, starting with, of course, the always on display and the lock screen. And you can already tell that some things here on the Pixel are not so great, but it is what it is, guys. This is not going to be a review of those phones, it's just a comparison to understand One UI 6, where its place is, and also Pixel UI on the Pixel 8 Pro. And by the way, this animation is one of the most horrible ones. Others are a bit better, but don't let me tell you, please be your own judge. So, okay, this is what happens. So when we're here on the main lock screen, I think the transition here from the always on display to the lock screen sometimes is a bit dramatic. As you can just see, this is how it looks like on the One UI. I would say it's really very smooth. The animation itself on the Pixel is actually very nice. I like it. It's very simple, yet also somehow it engages with you. The One UI 6 is absolutely flawless. The One UI 6 Beta 7 is getting better and better at animations, and even at consistency. I was always telling that the problem is with consistency, which means like flawless execution of smooth animations time after time. So this is where we are now. Let me show you what happens when we enter the home screen. Okay, so people already are blaming the Pixel 8 Pro for so many things. I watched some of the big YouTubers there, and they have a point with the Tensor G3. So apparently, yeah, doesn't even compare to the latest chips, specifically the 8 Gen 2. But for the animations and for the UI execution, this probably is not going to be a weak point. But again, don't let me be the judge, be your own judge. I'm now on the home screen, and the first thing I want to show you guys is what happens when I unroll notifications. One swipe will get me the quick menu here, and I can see already my notifications. One more swipe will fully unravel the notifications. You can, by the way, do the same thing here on the One UI. So there is one thing where you just do it like this, and you get directly all your quick settings without notifications. So this is how it looks like normally it's just like this. Okay, this is the animations, scrolling through the notifications. Okay, this is the Pixel. I would say right now what I see is very acceptable from both phones. Let me just try to clear some notifications. So you can swipe left, swipe right, you can try to reply, you can collapse, uncollapse the way you want it. So now also I'm going to show you, I'm going to clear all. Okay, this is how it looks like. It is a very neat and simple interface on both phones. First thing then we do, guys, let me show you what happens when I do like this. Okay, I'm gonna get here to the customization menu of the home screen. The Pixel animations are very subtle, very nice, and one thing that I like is really they're quite responsive. The haptics of the phone are really great, although even I'm using it with a case. That's the original case, and it's kind of thick. So let me just show what happens if I go inside and click on the wallpaper and style. This is Android 14, so don't expect to get too many changes, but in the end of the day, still the implementation in the Pixel is just a bit different. So this is how you can apply all the certain colors. There are also themed icons. You can apply this here as well. So that's how it works. But now I'm gonna go outside, and then the first thing I want to show you, I'm gonna walk you around the phone. So if I go to the right, I'm going to trigger my Google Home. So on both phones, by the way, quite nice. One more time. Okay, scrolling here on the Pixel, scrolling on the Galaxy. All right, as you can just see, this is what I'm getting. So let me just refresh it. I want to make sure that I absolutely have one and the same things, which is not so possible with Google now. Okay, right now I think we are almost there, and now let me just try to scroll. Okay, and so that you can estimate the level of fluidity. Let me show you something else. I'm going to go inside the settings and show you the display settings. So both phone has very nice displays, and expect also a very thorough comparison from my side. I wanted to show you the resolution. I am running here the highest resolution on both phones. This is the QHD on the S23 Ultra, and this here is the full resolution on the Pixel, so a bit higher here on the S23 Ultra. But also I'm running the smooth display, or the so-called adaptive motion smoothness, which will give me 120 Hertz. And that's also the reason I'm shooting the video in 4K, so that you're really able to estimate what happens. Now, navigating through the screens, I would say it's rather standard. Okay, now when I just go to my last screen on the Samsung, see, nothing really happens. There is this kind of a bounce when I'm on the Pixel. Okay, and by the way, also different animation when I'm going back to the home screen. So let me just show you. All right, see, like on the Galaxy, it's a bit more flat and quite quick. And on the Pixel, guys, there is like this looping, like zoom in and out effect somehow. Now let's try to check what happens with the blur. So when I'm just very slowly going to check my notifications. So, okay, no fake blur, both phones have blur. All right, and the one thing I like on the Pixel is like they're having this flat design, I think brought to us some time ago with Nokia Lumia and Windows Mobile and all, like they're using these flat surfaces there, and on the S23 Ultra is just a bit more even out, but here on the Pixel you have a feeling like, okay, you're working with several cards, and I in general like these buttons more. I really like big buttons. Now, maybe not so convenient because you cannot have and fit so many controls like on the Ultra, but these big buttons are very easy to be used. The whole quick menu looks totally different. Now, this is the revamped one. In the One UI 6, we have the connectivity controls, all the quick toggles there, display, and also smart view and device control. This is really almost perfect. On the Pixel is like this, so you have your quick settings, right? And then of course directly down you have your notifications. The brightness bar is on top, and what I like is that here on the S23 Ultra, you see like it just disappears. As to the Pixel, guys, you see even the brightness bar is getting shorter, so it's just a different implementation on the whole user interface. Now let me show you the apps. If I do like this, I'm gonna get inside my apps, and then there is again like very static display on the S23 Ultra. Like, okay, I'm doing the work, that's the work. And on the Pixel is, all right, I'm doing the work, but I'm doing the work with a swing. Like there is a pinch of swing here. The navigation, you know, like the stock One UI navigation is just horizontal, right? Of course, you can change it with Home app, which is not yet available. And on the Pixel, it's just like a very standard, you know, Android launcher. Now, let me show you what happens when I go and check the volumes. All right, now I can click here and I can click here on the Pixel. One thing that really annoyed me, and this annoyed me throughout all the betas on Android 14, is the way that they decided to keep it like this. Because for me, this doesn't really make sense, guys. When I click like this and I click here, I don't want to see like these old toggles. On the Samsung, it's implemented in a different way. It just looks better. But again, this is very subjective, so let me know, be the judge. You are your own judge. Let me open some widgets. Guys. All right, the weather widget. Okay, here, standard Google weather. One more time. All right, that's it. Then going outside, and you can just see like the different behavior. And the behavior when opening applications and closing them is really different. So without any further ado, guys, I am going to just show you first some opening of the folder and then apps opening. So opening of a folder. So the Pixel philosophy here is like Samsung One. When you enter here, like, okay, do the job, boom, they open it. And they open it, no fancy blur, nothing really happens, right? So it's really not disruptive for you. But Samsung are taking this to the other level, like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna open the folders, but hey, I'm gonna make it beautiful. I'm going to apply this blur, right? So it's absolutely different. And I'm just want to show like very different approach here, right? So like when you enter the app drawer, this is gonna dance. Here it's gonna be more flat, but then here is kind of reversed. So this is the folder opening, and now before me starting to open the application, let me show you the recents menu. All right, this is how it looks like on the Pixel and on the S23 Ultra. I like this thing that you know, all the cards of the apps, they kind of dance here, right? And you can, by the way, change this with One UI. Home app, which is not yet available. On the Pixel is a bit more flat, and you know the story, right? You have to go to the very left to clear also. I'm just going to clear everything. And now, guys, without any further ado, let's open some applications. I'm gonna start with Telegram. Okay, Telegram is here. One more time opening the Telegram so that you can just estimate the application animation when we open it. And I would say this feels comparable, and at the same time it's different. But to my eyes, this one is a bit faster, right? Both now I think are doing a very nice job, and specifically the One UI 6 with the Beta 7 took the consistency and the smoothness on another level. Let's directly now open, guys, the X, which is the X Tweeter. So, all right, exit, open the folder, open X, scroll down, and just go outside. I want to show you something else, guys. And I'm gonna open the Instagram for this purpose. So you know how it goes when we scroll to Instagram, and the moment we go to the right, we engage here with the viewfinder. All right, hi guys. So one more time, scrolling on the pixel, stop, engage the viewfinder. And I wanted to check this animation and show you, let me know what you think. Okay, is the pixel doing it exactly as Samsung is doing it, or is Samsung doing it better, or it's almost the same? Like probably almost the same from what I see, which is again not bad. Let me open the camera. So camera opening, and then I'm going to switch to the front camera. Then I'm going to switch to video. Let's see, from the pixel, you know, they changed the interface. It works from here. And now exit, now open and exit. It's pretty similar. Now let me show you more widgets. So I have here the Spotify widgets. Click it like this. A very beautiful animation on the Samsung. The Pixel one is kind of weird. It pushes the animation down, and then all the icons, yeah, see here, boom, all right. And I can also move this and move this to a place where I have icons. So again, I just move it there, open it, you see what I mean? Like open it and just take the full screen here. I open it and I have a feeling that it kind of pushes all the icons down, and again it feels a bit more weird, but also I think quite nice and responsive. Let me guys go inside the settings. So this famous bounce again. So here, you know, we have the bounce also in the Samsung, right? And then I'm going to show you guys some of the toggles. So it's Android 14 stuff, guys, so don't expect really to have so much different things. Big toggles here, Android 14 standard, like Samsung also adopted these big toggles. This is like how it looks like when you close and when you open them. So here, see. Now, what we can also test is what happens when the phone auto rotates, because both phones should be able to auto rotate. So yeah, I would say they handle it quite nicely. Okay, now the home screen doesn't auto rotate. And I think, guys, in a nutshell, this will really give you, I hope, a good overview on where the Pixel is, speaking about animations, and where Samsung is. If you have any more questions related to this, don't be shy, just hit me up in the comments and join the Telegram chat, and I'll be able to do a follow-up. Now, thank you so much, guys, for watching. VST over, and bye.